could be so close, like brothers. The future's in the air, can feel it everywhere. I'm blowing with the wind of change. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change. Walking down the street, distant memories are buried in the past forever. Follow the squad down to Gorky Park, listening to the wind of change. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow share their dreams with you and me. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change. The wind of change blows straight into the face of time, like a storm wind that will ring the freedom bell for peace of mind. Then you better like I sing what my guitar wants to sing. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow share their dreams with you and me. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change.
Sich Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Denkst du vielleicht
Hey, what's going on, fellow captains? It's Muse. And in case you haven't seen, for the first time since it was originally sold, Weimar is in the store, available for sale. Previously, the only way you could get it was through crates. Now you can buy it for 14,000 doubloons. And the question is, in 2025, is Weimar worth it? I am going to say yes. I enjoy this ship. It's one of my top 5 most played. I didn't play it a lot when it was a tier 6 because it felt so broken. At tier 7, it actually feels fairly balanced. One of the things about Weimar is, being a tier 6, it is a York hull. It is a tier 6 hull. That means you have low hit points, you have no armor, but you have ridiculous DPM. Absolutely ridiculous DPM with this thing. So it has a faster reload than the Mine CE. So the potential for the spam is definitely there. It has really good pen for its HE, which makes it kind of really, really nasty with the HE spam, which is why it was a problem at the lower tiers, tier 5 and tier 6. So coming to tier 7, when they made that move, that was in order to balance it. It is the only tier 7 that does not have access to the 4th module slot and epic and legendary mods. That is for good reason. If you gave this thing access to that 4th slot reload module, epic module, and legendary module, this thing would be broken again. And you would have to nerf it. So in order to avoid having to do that, it's better to just not give it access to that. But it's still a very incredible ship with very incredible DPM potential, especially in particular situations. So we're going to go over the ship, and we're going to feature a battle where I'm going to talk some more about why I think this ship is worth it. I would definitely pick it up if you like the HE spammers.
99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Denkst du vielleicht gerade?
All right, we'll take a look at the mods that I have equipped here. So the first mod, I run Dispersion. Normally I run Traverse here. Because of the range on this ship, you're going to want good dispersion. A lot of times you're going to be firing at 14, 15, 16, 17 kilometers. So dispersion's huge. Rudder in the second slot. And the last slot we're going to run Concealment. And that's also going to give us some incoming fire dispersion. And that's the mods.
99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Denkst du vielleicht gerade?
And then we're going to take a look at the Consumables. So damage control party, nothing super amazing there. Sonar gets that really, really nice German sonar, which can actually be used with Rune, who we're going to feature in our alternate commanders. Catapult fighter and repair party, who can be used with Graf Spee to boost the repair party.
99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Denkst du vielleicht gerade?
All right, getting into our commander build here. So I run Von Muller. As you can see, that's who is under the guise. And Von Muller is kind of a gun commander. So that's what we're going for, guns and a number of other things. Base trait of cruiser speed. We got Beyond Range, first perk slot. Igniter in the second perk slot, better fire. Third perk slot, I go with Fortified. I want a little more HP and a little more tankiness. Fourth slot, we got Steer Clear, help out the rudder. And then legendary perk, I go with Refill Station. I want the better DPM. You can also go with the Emergency Bell. That's going to give you some better survivability when you get under 50% health. So, very good perk. Either one of those, depending on if you want to go defensive or offensive. We got Fournier for the extra HE damage, because, yeah, it's Weimar. So, why not? And then Mimbelli to add even more reload. And that's going to be that build.
99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Denkst du vielleicht gerade?
All right, looking at some alternative commanders here. Graf Spee is going to be if you want to go like heavy concealment or an HP healing build. Graf Spee is going to be the one to do that with. Your AP builds, if you want to do AP on Weimar, is going to be either Riegerwald or Luchens. Luchens is also going to give you a lot more mobility, agility, that good stuff. And then if you're looking for a really, really tanky build, you're going to go with Rune, and that's going to boost up your sonars and give you a lot of tankiness. So that's your tanking build for it.
99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum
Now we'll take a look at the stats on our Von Muller build. Survivability, 32,000 hit points. Artillery, you have 12 150mm guns. On our build, they go out to 16.7, 4.5 reload, 23-second turn time. Max damage for the HE is 1700, 11% fire chance, 3700 on the AP. Torpedoes, you have a whole bunch of torpedoes. You have 2 racks of 3, so 6 torpedoes per side. Great for ambushes, short range. AA defense, you don't really have it. Not a whole lot there for AA. Weimar definitely is not the best for carrier games. Maneuverability is pretty standard, and concealment is pretty atrocious, which the Graf Spee build helps with.
99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Denkst du vielleicht
Then taking a look over here at the armor, it is a York hull. It is a tier 6 hull in a tier 7 environment going against tier 7 and tier 8 ships. The strong point of this ship is not the armor, it is not the hull, it is the DPM on it. As you can see, it has a raised citadel up out of the water. It does have turtleback, but again, it is a tier 6 hull in tier 7, 8 matches, so be very careful with it. Glass cannon.
für dich von 99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont? Denkst du vielleicht
Alright, then we're going to move over into our featured battle. So we are going to be on Land of Fire. Now, I had, for the montage and trying to get the battle I wanted, I probably had about 20, 30 battles I clipped, trying to get exactly what I wanted. This was kind of the closest I could get. It wasn't the highest damage game. There's things that Weimar can do that are missing from this battle. But given the nature of when I was trying to capture this footage, one, you had, the Chekhalov menace running around. That it was hard to get footage with that going on. And then we had update day, which everyone knows how update day goes, which that made it difficult to get, the kind of footage I was looking for. So this is the best game I got for you. Again, not the highest damage game I had, but the best game that kind of features the things I want to talk about. The one thing that is not going to be featured in this battle is the ambush tactics that Weimar can use. Because of that pure amount of torpedoes you have, like if you can get into a position, pushing you is a very bad idea, and you could actually hold parts of the map just by parking your ship in certain places. Because anybody that has dealt with Weimar in that situation knows you don't want to push it. If you push it, you might get it, but it's probably gonna cost you your ship as well. So yeah, extremely good at setting up ambushes. Really good from behind islands, the whole, turning islands into volcanoes, just sitting behind an island and slinging HE over the top. I tend to play it a lot open water. That's my playstyle. I prefer to be getting spots and seeing things as opposed to just hiding. If I get free shots behind an island, I will take them. So part of the reason I chose this battle, and again, it wasn't the highest damage battle I had out of the 20 battles I had clipped, but we end up getting in a position where we are down ships. And literally that is right around the time I start just unloading. And that's one of the features of this ship, it has incredible DPM, and it can DPM its way out of certain situations, where a lot of ships don't have that capability. They're good ships, they just don't have that ridiculous DPM when they need it. So we're going to start out here with First Blood on Amagi. We featured this in the opening montage. Poor Amagi got cooked up. It happens. We were kind of using those islands so we weren't spotted, and yeah, we just turned those islands into volcanoes. He just knew there was an angry volcano that was mad at him. That was all he knew. So that really takes care of this Charlie flank. There's only one cruiser left over here. And because of that, I'm feeling fairly brave. Biggest thing you have to watch out for, it was Chukalov when Chukalov was running around, because Chukalov could pretty much take all your HP in one drop. But the biggest threat to this thing is battleships. And if a battleship catches you, you're gonna know about it. It doesn't have like the lowest HP at the tier. Like, it's not like a San Diego where, you know, Atlanta Hall and you have, you know, 26, 27,000 HP. But it is fairly low for the tier. Not the squishiest, but not the tankiest either. It's definitely not a Mines. Mines is a tier 7 hipper hull with tier 7 hit points. This is a tier 6 hull. It just has incredible DPM. So, Sejong was the only thing over here. We're gonna put some pressure on him. We know to expect torps. That's his whole gimmick. We have Sejong. We love Sejong. We know what Sejong does. So yeah, we definitely know to expect torps from him. He's gonna go dark over there, but he's gonna get murdered at some point here. I watched this a couple times, and it might be right here where he gets killed. I just know he ends up dying, and I end up on the Republic. That is behind him. There's the torps. So there's the first 2 racks out of Sejong. We dodged those. And you're gonna see me eat one of these carrier torps right here. I would much rather eat the carrier torp than a Sejong torp. So I don't even care that I eat this torp. Like, I'm more, that's the circle ones coming behind it are the ones I'm actually worried about. These right here, I'll take one. Is what it is. I'd rather dodge these guys, because these things hurt. I do not want to get caught by one of those. So yeah, just the better trade. I'd rather take the carrier torp for a little bit of damage than the Sejong torp for a whole lot. Then we're gonna get busy on this Republic. So initially they have a spot on us. Eyeball spot here. And I'm not sure what happens. He might back up too far to where I'm no longer in the smoke penalty. Or I just get far enough behind the smoke, but he's gonna lose spot on me, and I'm able to use the smoke to just kind of cook on him. Or not, never mind, the smoke's disappearing. I thought there was some point where I was cooking on this guy and wasn't spotted, but I was wrong. But as you can see, he's roasty toasty, not happy, burning over there, all kinds of fires going on. The AT hurts out of this thing. It gets really nice pen for HE. And I think if you're a fan of like light cruisers, HE spammers, anything like that, that this ship is 100% worth picking up. Just a very fun ship. And yeah, it's not broken OP like it was at tier 6, but it's still a very strong ship at the tier. So when this ship was tier 6, when I did play it, I would fail div it a lot to go against legendaries. At that time, there was no tier 8. It was tier 7 and legendary. And I would fail div into the tier 7 legendary games just to have more HP to be able to farm. And a lot of those legendary ships have not changed a whole lot. So this thing, even though it's a tier 7, is very capable of just cooking a legendary lobby. It had the same hull, the same hit points, the same DPM. And yeah, it was able to bully legends, and now it doesn't have access to that really anymore. Like, I could fail div with a tier 8 and get into a legendary game, but it's already up tiered from what it actually is. It's a tier 6 ship. At its core, at its heart and soul, it's a tier 6 ship. It just has too much DPM to be in tier 6. So it's moved to tier 7, but the fact that you have a tier 6 ship that can, you know, terrorize legendaries is pretty crazy. And that's why it doesn't get the 4th mod slot. That's why it doesn't get access to the reload mod. That's why it doesn't get access to the epic and legendary mods. It's already just disgusting, DPM-wise. Like, everybody talks about how strong Mine CE is DPM-wise, but Mine CE actually has less DPM than Weimar. Weimar's got the faster reload. Same guns, just Weimar gets the faster reload. Now, Mines does get access to the reload module. It does get access to epic and legendary mods. So, you know, maybe at the end of a game, a Mines might be able to put out more DPM, but base, Weimar has the better DPM, especially if you're not talking the CE version of Mines, then Weimar definitely has better DPM than just the straight out Mines. This ship is 100% dangerous. If you like DPM, the only trade-off is it's a tier 6 hull. It's a glass cannon, so you have to be really careful with it. So we were down ships, then we went on that little spree right there, burned down Republic. Now we're back even on ships. And yeah, it wasn't like a super crazy game, 100k damage, but it featured that burst of DPM when the team needed it. Being able to just cook off a Republic like that's a tier 8. I'm a tier 6 ship in a tier 7, tier 8 game, cooking tier 8 ships with no 4th module slot. Like, is what it is. That's pretty strong if you ask me, right? Like, it's a tier 6 ship, and it might be classified as tier 7, but it's a tier 6 hull. The stats didn't change when it came to tier 7. I think they gave it like a little more HP, not much. And there was a few minor changes to try and adjust it to tier 7 life, but for the most part, it's a tier 6. It doesn't get access to the 4th mod. Tier 6 hull. Same DPM as when it was tier 6. And it's able to beat up on tier 7s, tier 8s, legendaries. And like, this is just game after game. Like, most of the games I had were like 100k or better, easy, out of 20 games I clipped to make this. Yeah, there was a couple where it was like 70 or 80, you know, but a lot of the games in this state were just over. So we're gonna head on. All there's left to do is go hunt down this carrier. So I'm gonna leave you in peace with some music to cruise to the sunset to here. I appreciate y'all. Good hunting, Fair Seas. I will catch you next time. Definitely pick this up if you enjoy these types. Bye.
20 Jahre Krieg ließen keinen Platz für Sieger. Kriegsminister gibt's nicht mehr.